Hey, Alex,
Hey, Alex.
how tough was it for you to not be able to suit up for that wild card game?
Yeah, like really difficult, really difficult. Frustrating in the sense that I'd felt so good, and I felt like I'd come so far, through the Pittsburgh game, and then to like kind of literally, I feel like kind of limping in a little bit and fighting through this, um, most recent deal, and it just kind of being nagging and sticking around. That definitely frustrating. Then obviously have to sit there and not be suited up, and not hold up your end to the team. Obviously, it's yeah, not where you want to be.
And it has
Alex,
the
did
nagging
you
nature
think?
and the lingering injury here. Has that changed how you feel about the comeback at all and kind of where you put yourself?
I mean, no, I mean, no. It has nothing to do with you know. Uh, Obviously, everything. It has nothing to do with my limb salvage. It has nothing to do with any of that. Obviously, it happens to be on the same leg. So no, this was a completely separate deal. That's football. Football is a physical game, and injuries are a part of it. Obviously, it's not the way you want to finish out a season. So in that sense, it's frustrating. But um, bigger picture, to be back playing and rolling, and to even be in this situation is something that if you had presented that to me, a year ago, 2 years ago, obviously I would have jumped at. So
Thanks.
Alex, was there ever a point that you thought you would be able to go yesterday?
yeah, that was obviously a lot of conversation with coach, especially towards the end of the week, that I did obviously feel like I could roll, and told him that. Um, what capacity. That was obviously the biggest question. Through the Philly game, for me, there definitely was a big difference between the first half and the second half, and how you know how I obviously dealt with the pounding and the running. It definitely affected me in that second half, and that was really the thought process that I was willing to absolutely go out there, but coach felt with their defense, the pressure they brought, their defensive line, that uh, just wasn't fair, and obviously, to go with Taylor and his ability, obviously, to use his legs, and that I couldn't, do that. I was gonna be limited, certainly, as you kind of saw, obviously, in the week prior, and really gonna kind of be a pocket game. Um, so, and I totally get that, totally understood it, but obviously, yeah, that's kind of where I was at, and it's obviously not a place you want to be. You don't ever want to go out there limited, but certainly, obviously, something that I was willing to do, um, if needed.
Yeah,
Alex, would some so I was just gonna say, would something have sat right with you if your last play had been that one against Houston a couple of years ago and you didn't get to go out on your own terms?
I don't, again, like to me, it was more about the attempt and the journey than the outcome. If I'd have come up short, uh, trying to come back, then I mean, I would have I would have slept just fine at night, knowing I tried. To me, it was more about that mindset of actually putting myself out there, and attempting, and really attempting this. That was it. Whether or not it actually happened, I think. Um, wasn't the important thing. Certainly, I'm lucky and grateful, and so thankful that it has obviously, that I'm here right now. So, but no, I'd be fine if it didn't too. To me, it was really about the pursuit.
Alex, do you want to keep playing? Do you still envision yourself as a starter in this league and keep going?
I had so much fun this year, especially given all the COVID stuff, but to be back in the locker room, to be on the field with the guys, to be playing a game I love, and to lose yourself in it, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. You cannot duplicate it outside of here. And for me, I'm going to take a few weeks. My wife has been through a lot. My family, certainly, I'm going to take their input. But that's something that right now, again, obviously, still just living in the moment, and not getting ahead of myself. That's for another time and place.
Two more.
Alex, how rewarding was this season for you and your family, and the example you set for so many people across the world of just the fact of never giving up.
Yeah, I mean, I that's not why I was doing this, it really, it was, obviously, things that kept going. I wanted to see what I had left, and if I could, as scary as it seemed, and I wanted to come back and play and be a part of this and all the amazing things that come with this game. Thankful that it did, and certainly I know how much other guys' injuries and rehabs have meant to me. I've named a few in the past. Jalen, how much I looked up to Jalen and what he did, and how much it helped me. So certainly, if you ever could be a link in that chain going forward, obviously that would be amazing. But yeah, I mean, again, it's hard. Obviously the season ended yesterday, so still kind of digesting it all and taking it in.
Alex, how much do you play with your calf? How does that factor into your decision of whether you would want to play? Like, would that gnaw at you if your last game technically you couldn't play because of the calf injury?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was to call it a calf injury again. I mean, I'm not going to get into a lot of the specifics, but like that's obviously just what we're, getting tagged at. It was obviously a little more complicated than that. But no, I mean, I'm gonna get away and obviously with a clear head and sit down and go over everything and make the best decision. So, but again, obviously I can't say it again that how much I love the opportunity to be here, part of this team, to get back out there and obviously play this amazing game.